What's up and what's good? I'm back. Andy's Crypto Talk here. Alright. Let's check out these charts. Let me just move something around here. Making a little room. Making a little room. Alright. So yeah, check out the links in the description. The Telegram is gonna start being a paid for subscription because I'm making so many calls out here, and you guys, you know, you should be paying for this stuff. So anybody in the Telegram already, you won't have to pay, but we're putting up a little paywall. We're putting up a little paywall for these calls that I'm making in the Telegram because I'm giving them to you there early. And we'll talk about this next one. This one that's doing really good numbers here. Let me see if there's a way I can get. I want to get the chat box there just in case I got chat coming through. There we go. So yeah, what's up everyone? We talked about Bitcoin here recently in the past few days as it was moving up, and now it was sort of following our upwards trajectory, and it made a little bit of a deviation downwards, but it looks like we're making our way back up now for a push towards all-time high. You know, we are looking at this on a 4-hourly, and we're well above this nice channel that we've created. Right, we have the daily close as an engulfing candle, so it's above the previous candle. So that shows bullishness on the close. I think from here it could break this megaphone upward channel more. It's more like an upward channel right now, actually. Right, because if we shrink that down to a 4-hour, that's really what it looks like. You know, an upward channel. And pretty soon we're going to break out of this, and it's going to have some major upward movements coming out of there. I think we're going to blow right past the 100 and just keep going up for 130. That was kind of the plan. That's what we have written out. Right, it could stay on this sort of trajectory it's on right now. Get a little more granular here and just have a look. We'll see if it makes it to that trend or if it just keeps going up. That's not really a true trend. That's just kind of the angle that I picked. I mean, it would look more like this if we drew a proper trend off of the base lows here. But it could play this channel as well, or just push out. It's kind of the lower time frame. That's kind of what I would look to happen. Either it pushes down to this channel and then makes its way out. One more dip down around 88. Could even dip as low as, you know, 85. I don't think it's going to dip that low though when we have this channel sitting there. And I would say, you know, this this is actually closer to a megaphone. And that's kind of what I was saying, is that it's more like a bullish megaphone. So a good chance that it just pushes up from here and just reaches up for that 100K sort of zone. But yeah, we'll see some volatility around here. So let's just get that marked on the charts. I think we switched to a new chart, but it's nice to clean up every once in a while. And just get a fresh new perspective at things. We could go back to our previous chart. That's kind of the fractal. I know we were talking about a fractal and I played it out. So we're just going to kind of wait and see. It dipped underneath the channel instead of above and then come back down. I mean, that could be deviation. It could just kind of follow this sort of trajectory, but just at a wider basis, you know. But that swing, that parabolic swing, is still, I think, in motion. You know, that's how we kind of see those parabolic swings happen, right? The base continues forming upwards. There we go. That was nicer. So it just kind of encapsulates it nicer. It could take a little bit longer and then go up. Like this fractal could be off. It's not all set in stone. It's just kind of a pattern we picked, that this beginning sort of area looked similar, right? This spike up into this, it looked similar. Put that back where we had it. Yeah, that looks good. Just gonna leave that. Like, the parabolic arc is what we're looking for, you know, to see it move out of here. But it was grinding. It was doing this grinding upwards. So BTC dominance took another spike up, and it really spiked up. We were talking about watching this for another dip down. It spiked right up to the 61.35 kind of area. So we've got kind of, that's the high now. To see if we break it. Otherwise, you know, we could see it range and down. But, I mean, we'd like to see Bitcoin continue to have strength here. So it's fine. I think the BTC dominance being up this high it seems to be fine. You know, for some of the altcoins, obviously not for Ethereum. Nothing's good for Ethereum. Ethereum is just going to die. This, I think we were in a good location on it. Because we're underneath that long form trend line right from the beginning there. So yeah, I mean, we're underneath that, so it's a bonny day. I think we marked these two levels for where we're targeting. Of course, we need to get under this one first. So underneath 3.8, down to 3.34. That's kind of what we want to see this continue, but we're kind of losing this high volume node here. So I think it's kind of like it's just gap down to about here, and then of course gap down to about here after. Keep an eye on those levels. The one thing was a reminder of the VIX that we were underneath this level, and that was good. And now that we're above that level, should be dangerous. Like, we can see more volatility. Up or down, I mean, it depends on what the rest of stocks are doing. Not fully, though, because as you can see, as soon as we moved into the weekend hours, let's go back to BTC. Let's go to the hourly. And so market closed, you know, around here We haven't really gone anywhere since market close. But it kind of tried to make a push up. You know, if we go a little more granular. I think this is when market closed. Is right around 1 my time. So it did kind of go down, but then it spiked up. And we're kind of right above where market close is. Right sitting around the same place. So I don't know if we're fully following the rest of markets because they took a big dump today. Right, we've seen a big dump happen. Gap down and then just kept going down all day. That's from 6 a.m. in the morning. So let's check Bitcoin. You know, it gap dumped down right around market open. This was the volatility around market open. There was some news events, right? So you can see the seesaw. Pre-market open, it just started dumping. Market opened, it pumped, and then it dumped again. And this is this was the extent of the SPY damage on Bitcoin today. You know, 89.8 down to 87.8. So it dropped 1,000, but then it remade that whole 1,000 in like very small amount of time. That's bullish. It created a bullish wedge pattern here, right? And then once it broke above, it sent from 89.6 to 91.9, so over 2,000. Over $2,000 right there. And it's sitting up there. So, you know, right now we're broken out of the flag almost to retest the highs here. And, you know, continue on up. That's really low time frame though. And again, I would expect volatility. But one thing that's nice is, you know, people say head and shoulders, but we're already above that. See, so this candle right here today, 2.2% up, where the rest of the stocks weren't going down. This showed, I believe, Bitcoin's hand over the weekend. So we're, I think, looking for a rip. And especially in something like Solana. Ethereum, again, being a dog. It topped and it's just being a dog now, so. I haven't held ETH stuff for, like, ever. Since forever, so. I don't even really need to talk about ETH. But if it does break this, we could see, you know, a movement up. And if we see a good consolidation, potentially an inverted head and shoulders pattern playing out here, then it could actually make a move. Don't hold me accountable if it doesn't do that because it's a dog. Sol ETH is really pushing these highs here. So Sol ETH looking really strong. You know, busting out of the all-time high against ETH. And now it's creating a megaphone. And it's ready to bust out of that anytime. Sol Bitcoin not looking as good. But it is still looking kind of like a big W. So I think that's kind of the route for Sol BTC. But we want to see it overcome this high. At 30986. Is it 31? 31. 0031. And then once it recovers that, we're targeting, you know, the next zones. It's of course not looking as good, but it's better than ETH BTC by a factor of many. We get rid of this because that was garbage. It didn't do it. It just continued down only. It just continued down only. And it made a new low. So, I mean, that's looking like horse shit, garbage, trash. Chase. Whoops. Trash. Look at this trash. Ethereum Foundation is selling. They're going down to here. 002944. Or 02944. Oh, imagine if they went to 00. They could. Oh, that would hurt. Down to those lows. It wouldn't be great, like, because that's what I think is happening to other altcoins because of the lack of the dream inside of ETH. So then other altcoins not doing so good. Sol BNB though looking really nice. It broke up above this. Let's get rid of some stuff off this. So it just took this a little bit longer to project out, and it bounced much quicker here than anticipated. This is the next sort of level we had marked. We want to see get above that. That was just talking. I think I was talking. Showing you guys some stuff. So yeah, on the daily Solana, on our charts here, it's got to make this push past 228. I think is the key here. Yeah, I think that's the key. Right at the bottom of that, you know, first bounce. There's some volatility here, right? So yeah, I mean, it reached up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days ago. It really reached up to 225. It was like on this push up. During the second day here, it actually pushed up. We can see it on a 4-hour. That, you know, from this bottom, it just continued pushing up right to that 225 marker. Now we're kind of making this sideways W with higher lows closing up here. We're looking for the higher high. Once it makes that higher high, it's just gonna rocket ship. So we could potentially see a higher low before a higher high, or just a higher high corrects off that to the higher low. Either way, they're going up. It's just a very strong moment for Solana. BNB, we talked about this spike. It had a major spike, but it corrected it. It's just a deleting day, you know. We're going back. We're deleting some of this messiness we have on here. Inverted head and shoulders played out though, kind of, right? Inverted head and shoulders, we talked about it. And it played out. It's not really fully there though. So it's like it's still, I think, would say it's just breaking out of the neckline. So probably that's why we see the volatility. Once it breaks this neckline with some strength, we're going to easily push up. You know, I think that distance. Oops. So that kind of distance from the neckline. I've got it marked right there, 820. 820. That's where we're looking for on the next big move on BNB. Apparently, I have not been paying enough attention to this chart, but we are in an absolute all-time high discovery. Tron, you know, up 8% yesterday, or today I should say, yeah, up 8%. Sui as well. Wow, haven't been paying attention to this one enough. I had it marked, it pushed right through our zone, and it just kept sending. That's from $2.30 all the way up to $3.80. What a move. Anyways, let's talk about some meme coins. I really like title of my stream even, AURORA. Where are you? There it is. We brought this one up on stream. We talked about how we talked about our entry around after this down move here. Like I entered myself somewhere within here. I think I was around 5 million. I think it's probably closer to 5.3. Right? So that's kind of where I bought myself, and then I think I called it out like a little while later. And I was saying, this is a good entry, this is a good entry, this is a good entry. So you could have entered anywhere from a 5 to 2 million. And, you know, if you say averaged at about 3 million, let's say you averaged in, that's a 550% return. 6.5x your money. So you would have put in 100 and made 650. That's why I'm going to just start token gating. I'm going to start charging like 10 or 20 bucks for the Telegram, because I'm giving you guys these pairs early. I'm giving you them before they do the big moves. If you bought the Pico Schmico low and held it to the tippity top, it's 1122%. That's insane. In 2 days, I called this one. I brought it up on stream in this zone. I brought it up on stream. I said this is a bidding zone. Right? You can see it bounced here, bounced here, bounced here. What is that? Right? We've seen this pattern before. Inverted head and shoulders. Inverted head and shoulders. This is also what we talked about just recently. That you get this rounding and then it starts going parabolic. I don't think this ends. This looks really nice. This could look so nice. This could be AI nice. Straight to 1 billion. because you see how fast these meme coins are going up. We seen it on Peanut. We see it on Goat. Look at Goat. Right? Goat's going. Goat's parabolic. Like this would have been the correction and up. So we're seeing this market wide. Sentiments change. Things are getting crazy. Here's another one I'll call out. FOMO 3D fund. This is like a pump fund where staking FOMO 3D or PET get half of the fees, right? And NFT holders, I guess they have an NFT as well. And this thing is looking unsy, right? What did we just talk about? We talk about this rounded sort of bottom creation. Boom. It just rockets. And it's in the process of rocketing right now. If it overcomes, when it overcomes, I should say, this, it's gonna just send. So FOMO 3D.fun, 56 million market cap right now. Of course, some of the ones we talked about are being dogs as well. I think up only this one, I feel like this one's gonna absolutely run once it sees its heyday. There's speculation that the up only series is coming back, and so just paying attention to this one. It is in the bid zone that I made, so it's still in this bid zone. As long as it hits this bottom, it does move up significantly each one of these times, moving up, you know, quite a bit. 80%, 100%, like 180 to 100%, 180%. You know, this one was pretty big too, 300%. So big moves, actually. I wouldn't get, I wouldn't say it's dead at all. 2.7 million is the real market cap because 60% was burned, right? Like, look at this. Kobe, this was worth 17 million when I burned it. LOL, please leave me out of this stuff in the future. And we can see here he burned 600 million. You can go look at this transaction. It's in the first few transactions. All you do is you click on here, click on up only, go to Soul Scan. And then you're gonna go to transactions. And then you should be able to go to the last page here. It's pretty laggy right now, I'm guessing, because there's a lot of transaction going on Solana. What's going on here? Oh my god, no, yeah, that's gonna take forever. Never mind. Holders, no, we can't figure that out right now. Oh, here we go. Last page. There it is. Oh, that's a tiny one. Let's see, just burns. There it is right there. current value, it says 3.246 million. Burned at time was 4.152 million. And you times that by like 3 because he had 60% or whatever. I don't know. I don't know how you would calculate that, but he burned a fuckload of tokens is the point. This can move very easily. It doesn't need that much to move it. And the one thing I would say that we're looking at here is this sort of pattern is still in play because this is the lowest low. So it's a really long, drawn out inverted head and shoulders. When we see the up only show come on, this is exactly what you're gonna see. Straight up. Straight up on this up only. Good time to play your hand and get a position in this one. Not financial advice, and only risk what you're willing to lose. Another one we talked about was Aeon, and this one's being a dog as well. But again, we can see a similar sort of pattern playing out. We saw that, you know, Murad tweeted right around here and this thing sent. He did say, you know, at some point here, he did say that it was about the NFT collection and not a coin. He then said that anything else, I think it was right here, that anything else other than the NFT was a scam. So he's like intentionally calling this a scam. People dumped. This went from 9 to 1 very fast. I mean, those are 15-minute candles, so within less than an hour, this went down a huge amount. 65% in a 15-minute candle. So it went down fast. It's been, you know, it retraced up to 5.7, so almost 50% up. And now it's been going sideways ever since. This is the pattern we're talking about. So it's looking pretty unsy. I think we're good coming out of this. Where's the shoulder line? I'm not sure. That's the good question. Maybe right here. Maybe that's kind of the level we want to see it overcome. Maybe this one is somewhere around this zone between 2.5 and 3.1. We want to see it stop treating it as resistance, and we want to see it treated as support and make its way back up to this 9 mil mark. This is another very risky meme coin. Not financial advice, and only play with what you're willing to lose, people. Which one else? GME, we talk about this one a lot on this channel. We're in a much bigger flag on GME. Right, it popped out of our W formation that we created here. And I said we would retest this zone, and we did do that. Right, at first I was thinking, okay, it's pretty strong up here, it's just going to continue. But there was a dip and a correction in the rest of the markets. So this also went down. And then we saw GME, actually, the stock running up quite strong, I believe, on this day here. So we did have a good recovery. Then we made this big W pattern and started pushing up out of it. We're now correcting down from that peak that it was not able to turn the resistance into support. So far that's kind of a resistance point here at the, I would say, 50 mil mark. Because it seems, you know, people are front running it at about 49. 48.85. They seem to be front running the 50 mil. And so once that psychological resistance breaks of 50 mil, it's just going to shoot up into this 1 cent region. And that's where we're going to look for some form of a play. You could play from the 1 cent to the 2 cent. But yeah, good place to DCA, grab some bags of the GME. Cause yeah, I think we see some decent price action on GME, the stock. Here's another one we called on you guys and told you that we're looking really nice, right? We talked about it back here. We talked about it up here. And we've been talking about it ever since. And you can see that same sort of structure I talked about. Here's that long consolidation, curves up, makes a higher low, and then it goes parabolic. We've seen this time and time and time again. So that's what you're looking for, is charts that look like this, right? Charts that were down for a while, then they broke up, now they're retesting, and they're about to go parabolic. That's where you want to enter, right there. That's the sweet spot, right? This is the sweet spot, and we were talking about it here, and you can see the same sort of action play out over and over again. That's double strength, right? Double parabolic. Even this one, right? So Mudang, we're up here now. I think just we're waiting for this to kind of consolidate a bit under the 1 billion mark. You know, it might dip down back to these highs. $500 mil, that makes a lot of sense, right? Is that a previous high? No, I don't think so. No, that's an all-time high, previous high retest. And that's the pattern you would see play out. I think right there, 508, 509. Some people are going to front run the 500 mil, I think, to a bill. So, but we could see that if it doesn't lose this, then this could continue just going higher. Yeah, I would say right about there. It's where you'd like to see it bounce right around 575. If it bounces there, it's going to be really strong, continuing. But if it loses that, then probably 500. Look for a bounce. Mudang to a billion, easy. This one's easy. If you guys have seen Mudang, like, it's easy. And you can go to their website now. See, 10 billion programmed. 1 billion plus views, 1 million plus fans. Just wait for the normies to show up. You can make a PFP now. Look at this. Little Mudang. Oh shit, that was dank. Soul hoodie. Mudang with hat. There we go. Looting with Mogs. Nah, we don't want nothing. How do we get rid of it? Okay, we're gonna do that. We want Mudang like angry. That one's good. I'm gonna download that one. So Mudang for sure. There's Mudang. There's Mudang. I think this one's got legs. This one's got like little staunt but ferocious legs. What else have we talked about on here? We used to talk about this one, and look at what's coming back. I've been keeping my eye on Nero on Solana. This looks crazy. You want to see why? So imagine I just show you this chart, and it's like, oh yeah, I mean that looks like it's gonna overcome this 8.5 mil, and it's gonna send up to, you know, this 23 mil. That's like an easy 3x, right? Well, what if I showed you this? What if I showed you this? All-time highs up here at 123 mil. Now I know there's Nero CTO on ETH. Who cares? It doesn't matter. This one's literally on like 20 exchanges or something. You know, like, I mean, there's nothing wrong with this one. Look, it's on BingX, MEXC, Gate.io, Bitmark, CoinX, HTX. This one's on some big ones. You can buy it right here, and look at that. You can buy it right in the website. This is a pretty nice website. This is a nice website. Right? Like, this is a solid project. Account suspended, of course. You know, these guys always get attacked. These guys always get attacked. But yeah, I think there's room for this thing to move. Once it gets above this 23, 24, it's just gonna send. I think all these people are done. They capitulated. You know, through this. This is depression, anger, all that fun stuff. And that same pattern. So look for this to do something like that. I mean, again, this is meme coins, and this could just go to zero. Who knows? It's another dog token, you know, right? It's just, it doesn't matter, all that sort of stuff. But I seen this team is still cooking. You go check that Telegram, they're still cooking. You know? So, mind you, they did get the Twitter suspended, so that's something to keep an eye on as well. Anyways, I think I've given you enough good ones, enough alpha. And really just keep an eye on this market, because it's getting super hot, and stuff's popping off like crazy. Left, right, center. Stuff's just popping off. Speaking of which, I think it's happening with Solana right now. Oops. So I'm gonna get rid of this. I still think it's early for Aurora. This has no major JEETs. They got a website showing the LLM. They got a Twitter that the LLM runs. Right? And we can see that they're automated. This is the wallet. We can check that on SolScan. There's a SolScan. Her wallet, 20 mil. Now worth 420K. I think this was 80K when I looked at the last. And I don't even think that's like an insane amount, to be honest. I think it's a 1 billion token. Yeah, it's 1 billion tokens, so 20 mil is 2%. Holds 2%. That's it. I think there's other... Yeah, token owner, 2%. There's other wallets that hold more. We're not sure if these are exchanges, what they are. The Radium pool only has 1.7%. Which is pretty crazy because I think that means supply shock. That's kind of what I believe we're partially seeing here, is that the lower the Radium pool gets, the more the token price is for each token in the pool. So yeah, some crazy stuff happening out here. Keep your eye on the meme coins. Like I said, I think it's happening for Sol here. It's looking really nice for Sol here. That's kind of what we're looking to play out. That's what we want to see. And it's moving here. Right? It just reached out of this recent high. I think it should have an easy time pushing up to 222. And that's not too far from 225. It's a couple bucks. And then it's still, you know, it's already tagged an all-time high of the year. Because this was back in March. It was 210 was its max. We overcame that, retested the 200 zone. Now we're moving up out. You can see that looks really nice on the 3-hour, 4-hour chart. It came and tested into this strong channel zone. It lowered the expectation of the top side, but the bottom kept coming up. So those are two moving averages that I have there with a green fill. And this one here, I think, is the more near term. No, it's the longer? Yeah, it's the more near term. And so that one, you know, it sort of lowered a little bit, but now it's opening back up and just shooting up. This one just stayed trending upwards on the lower side. So it's, you know, it could widen. That gap could widen quite a bit. It would look really nice. And on the 1 hour, we can see it's flipping to green. So once it flips to green, it usually likes to trend. You know, we had this big spike on Wednesday, but we don't have any kind of news and stuff to happen today anymore. It's over. And it's the weekend, so people got time to bid. They're in here bidding. They're bidding AURORA. They're bidding this shit up, man. It looks better on the 15 than the 5. Oh, maybe the 5 is just not updated. It's starting to do that. These patterns play out right to the 1 minute, you know what I mean? But one candle, like one guy could come in here and just send it straight down. You know, like it could have happened like this one. 27% up, 26% down. In like an hour, in a couple hours. But so far the impulse moves up. Once we pushed past this and broke out. See, we broke up. And then we broke out of there. Impulse moves. Really impulsy. So, you know, 8 to 19. Back to 10. Back to 25. Huge moves. So this could be it. It could go lower. We could see 15. And then it move up again. Or it could just move up. It could just impulse here. Up to... Probably looks like that. Probably looks like 34. Because usually you see like 100% move. 80 to 100% move. We'll usually get a retracement. Just because of the Jeets that are like literally waiting for 100% move to sell. These will, like you'll see, these will probably be near 100%. 100 and something. 130. 130. Every single one. 160. $200. Okay, so they gave it a bit more room to breathe there. %, then it corrected. 140%. If we took this as a whole swing, it's 140%. It's like the same thing. They're playing the same book every time. You know, 140%. And then they dump it. But that looks super good. If you look, just zoom out a little bit. That looks great. An insanely good chart. I think I'm done for the night though. I'm sure there's so many of you guys watching the Jake and Logan Paul thing. I don't really like watching fighting. Unless it's like crypto. I was keeping an eye on... There are some Jake Paul versus Tyson meme coins. You know, we can see they're kind of... This one's kind of rugged. Jake Paul up to 1 million. Tyson up to 3 million. But this one's weird. Jake Paul. P-O-L. It It seems like it's one of those joke ones. Let's see if we can find a different one. No. Just a Jake Paul. Jake Paul, market cap 128K. I don't know, like, I don't know legitimacy of any of this stuff, so Jake Paul, Mike Tyson, I don't know, like, maybe it's worth yeeting just 100 into each and see what happens. You can see a big turnaround, but I know last time there were fights and people had tokens, I saw both go to zero, like Harry Potter Sonic 10 Inu and BitBoy. BitBoy had like some burn or something, I forget what it was called. It was like a bee, it was a dog with a bee name, and he bought the token, and they both went down. They both went down like insanely, like to zero after the fight. So would I buy any of this? Probably not. Like, I mean, I want to gamble on it, but I also don't at the same time, you know. That's the only true feelings I have about that fight, is like I'd throw a gamble on it, but I don't want to. I really don't, because I know nothing about fighting and I don't care about it. But anyways, I'm gonna cut it for this one, and we'll catch you guys in the next stream. As always, check with the links in the description. Help my stream out. We're going to a paid type of system where if you want in the Telegram, I'll give you the link once you pay me in Solana, and that's how it's gonna work. I'm gonna take, at first it'll just be probably 20 bucks in Solana to get into the Telegram, and then we'll increase the cost once I add some features in the near future. So yeah, once we hit 1,000 members on YouTube, we're gonna do a giveaway as well, so keep in tune to the channel for the giveaway, and we'll try to do it on a live stream or something so everyone feels like it's kind of real, even though I'll still get scammers hitting me up. But anyways, we'll catch you in the next one. Andy's Crypto.